Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. You already know what the fuck it is. How cool is it that this year we have a Friday the 13th in October? It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It's amazing. It's phenomenal. So, what's our reading today? Well, I feel like somebody is dying to see you. Somebody is dying to see you. Somebody would almost kill to see you, if you will. But here's the thing, the reading's not going to be about that person. You've been picking up on an ex being in your energy vicinity. That is correct, okay? But the more you focus on what isn't serving your life, you will be pushing away, bringing in the new. You're allowed to think, you're allowed to center, but remember what your thoughts are that your center focusing on, and that you take your time accordingly. So, you have been picking up on somebody's energy. They're of the past. It's time for the new. You have many people that would love to reach out to you at this moment and speak with you. But I want you to put one specific person on your mind that you're not having full fruition with. This is a person of no contact. And that spirit has shown you constant signs that you are to let go of control of how things go about, but that you are correct, that there's something here more. That's who this video is going to be about. Okay, but we're going, right now I want you to pick a number 1 through 3. All right? 1, 2, 3. Take a moment. Which incense am I going to light? If you picked number 3, you are correct, and this is your reading. So somebody has decided you are not malevolent will in their life. There's been some facade released, and they feel very, very ready and healed to reach out to you, to continue your forward movement, to state, I had to go around. I had to figure out myself. What you made me feel was so scary. I needed time to know if it was true. I needed time to figure out how I felt about other people. You came in at a very interesting part of my life. Very interesting. And then you left, and then you came back at another time. It was almost, you guys did some form of separation at least 2 times. And the second time you popped back into their life, they were like, why now? And your answer was because Spirit guided you to at that point. This is a person that you've hit no contact with, and you're very much at peace with fate that the ball's in their court, and that you can go forth no matter what, being happy and grateful for the experience of each other to begin with. So, 'tis good. 'Tis very good. All right, yaddy, yaddy. Let's see what we got. Well, this is a deep connection. So this was a person that you two were definitely destined to be in each other's lives. This person has been pivotal in your growth, and it was imperative for you two to not talk. To be quite frank, to have a very long time of separation to protect your highest timeline, to propel you in your career, to make you see the facts about yourself versus everything your parasite wanted you to believe, to put a death of what no longer serves. There was a lot of confusion about how you two felt for each other since the very beginning, because there has always been this sense of you two being each other's destiny, but also having the ability to throw also this ability that if I don't play this correctly, everything I've worked for can be thrown away. But they're ready to bring this forward movement. They're saying things don't have to be just one way anymore. They've been around a lot of people that have kept them in a They've been around a lot of people that have kept them in a grief mindset, but when they think of you, they just want to feel released. They were with somebody that made limited beliefs become almost staple who they are. What they're stating to me, they're telling me, their higher self is stating, this, whatever this dynamic is, it's came to an end. Take it as it resonates. If this is a person, if they're with somebody else, if the dynamic has changed to where they realize they have to upgrade, things can't just stay one way anymore. Whatever energy needed, whatever decision that they had to make, they did. They tried to do everything the right way and it still wasn't working. They stood up for themselves. They said, no, this is where I'm not getting my balance, give and take. That I take care of so much by myself. And we chose to do this together. They're going to tell you about a big conversation. This doesn't necessarily, it could very well mean romantic, but it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, whoever it is. That they were able to break a cycle with. There was this sense of having to start taking on a lot of even financial responsibility, like one person making more money or being like just taking on so much in a house, an imbalance, a disharmony. See, with you, when they channel your energy, they feel this sense of somebody who wants to give back to me. That's my mood enhancer. And that they've had a lot of hard battles and they've had a lot of people they've had to release from their life for forward movement. There was a substance issue dynamic within this as well. Something that they were giving a lot to, and it was taking away from their ability to work and pay their bills. They're seeing that everything happens for a reason. You inspired them quite a bit to release this old timeline what no longer served them. You see, they're not somebody that likes to ask for help whatsoever. And that's another reason they've separated themselves from you, because they could see you're an overgiver. They could see, even with how passionate and loving you are, what was unhealed, what still needed to be released within you that you couldn't do with being with anybody. Two things: imposter syndrome, with how amazing you fucking are, to be quite frank. And then I just went to a blank for the next. It will come back when it's supposed to. Huh. Whoever the divine masculine is in this dynamic feels this sense of energy surging through them, that things have changed in the feminine's life, or that the feminine feels intertwined, ready to open up this book together. Sunflowers are a big forward movement. The other thing you couldn't do together completely involves inner child healing, self-acceptance, but also codependency. Holy shit. You are so far away from codependency, you barely even remember what that word is anymore when it comes to you speaking about yourself, your own vocabulary. So they're ready to share. They're ready to get over the imbalance, the conversations about what you did during your time apart, how grateful you are that everything happened the way it did for a reason. That you see each other as completion and you both can trust each other. That you will tell each other things that nobody else knows about you. That you can feel things about them that nobody else can feel about them. They're really calling for me to state that you two could have met online. Some form of app, some form of social media. Take that as it resonates. This person is watching you like a hawk as we speak. So, since they're looking at pictures of you right now, kind of, they're feeling protected, they're figuring out, they're in a safe space right now. They must be either alone, really in tune with their guides. They could be getting a reading on you as we speak. Okay. What's going on in their head right now about you? This person's either getting a reading on you, or this is just such an intense, deep conversation they have had with their guides. There's a past loved one that could possibly be a grandpa, or just a very dominant but docile. Go with me here. This person, if it's somebody's grandpa, they're somebody that would shoot shit with you. Absolutely shoot shit. They were funny, but they were also serious. Like, you knew you respected Pops, but you also knew Pops was the biggest class clown, is what they want me to state. There was some form of incompletion within your person's life, and maybe when this grandpa figure passed on, there was just some sense of, like, I don't have redemption. Maybe whoever this father figure or grandfather figure, masculine figure is, take it as it resonates. They could have been in some fight, weren't seeing eye to eye. But this is also a sense of asking them for guidance about you. You know, talking to their guides and them about what do they do about you. They don't know if do they have redemption? Is this going to be successful? Is this going to lead to more bumps in the road? Whoever their figure is, whoever this person is that's passed on, has stated to them, you have nothing to worry about with this person. Things are going to be a time of getting used to a new dynamic, okay? And this is not a dynamic of only one person helping the other. This is a two-way street. Both people are solidifying something in this dynamic more than material. You see, we have a leader by example and patience and kind. Somebody who has control of finances don't have control of them. This grandpa figure, whoever they are, has given them this aha moment about that life can be sweet with you. You see, affection is something, I'm telling you, like, I'm in multiple different decks, I'm seeing so many sunflowers. So sunflowers are a definite big for movement. They're thinking about how they want to give you affection. This almost fell on the ground. You're both watching each other from afar, or at least the energy is they're wondering if you're watching them. They're wondering, do you think about them the way they think about you? And they want you to be happy. No matter how cheesy it sounds, they can see you're happy and they want to be part of that happiness. They're thinking about that they don't also, they're like, I don't want to put myself in this person's life and then I ruin something for them. No, you're a grown adult and you know what is and what isn't supposed to stay in your life, what you do and do not let go of, give up on. For this person, for you, there's nothing but loyalty. And I'm telling you, both your guides, both of your guides are saying this is a loyal source. Whatever reading they got, or if this was a conversation with their guides, I'm in full chariot mode. They were like, this is your soul tie. This is an aligned one. And the time is now. Go get what is yours, okay? Both of you are able to channel a lot of confidence. You're both able to channel a lot of confidence, play, and being very lighthearted. In this world, you're both, this is interesting, you're both divine masculines of the world, but you know where you fall within your dynamic if you're a feminine or the masculine. All that means is nothing about your gender. It just means to people in that world, you're both like commanders. You don't have to try. People follow and lead by your example. And you have this ability of roasting people's shit, roasting people, throwing away all of the anger in a moment by making people see the only way your future can be fucked up is if you let what decisions you did yesterday or the energy that affected you yesterday continue forward instead of learning from them. This person's like, how do you say the stuff you do? How do you have the mind that you do? There could be Gemini within this placement. There's this yin-yang. Needless to say, communication, air signs, out the wahoo. This person's like, I don't need any more cards. I don't need any more predictions. I'm opening doors. I'm stepping up. I've had so many people I've fought for in the past and became bloody and bruised, and they left me for dead. I see the bigger picture. I see where this is. And I'm ready. The way you talk to each other, is so different than the person they've been with in the past. They're not used to, this is going to be a mega change. Open Pandora's box together, fireworks going off. This person's dealt with a lot of different types of dynamics, and it's going to surprise you. It's going to surprise you when they tell you truly how much you've always meant to them. That you were never wrong from the first moment, that there was a mystery. When you kiss each other, no matter how cheesy it sounds, it's fireworks. And hearing each other, just hearing each other. This has all been mapped out for you too. This has been divinely guided. There have been times Spirit put roadblocks in your way so you guys would be together. Now, they had to always pick love. They had to pick you. They had to break the spells of what no longer served, karmic connections. But that was the thing. Whoever you are in this dynamic, you have always been somebody who just goes and goes and goes and goes and allows yourself to overgive. The whole point and the rerouting and etc. happens every single time you feel like you have to do something for this person to come into your life versus just being you and living your best life for you. And this person's always settled, gone with what they believe that, I don't like saying always in that tenacity, but you know what I'm trying to state. A lot. They will go with the flow and what they believe they should do, being under other people's love spells. The whole thing, the whole dynamic that gets the gate open and Spirit just intertwines you to is them picking you. And you being at peace with fate. And allowing what is yours to simply find its way back to you. Remember that every time you're confused on if you should or shouldn't reach out to this person, it's healing and meant for you both for it to play out as so. This is your key. This is your key right now. So expect that pop up. And expect a date. Yes. This is awesome. Alrighty, y'all. That's what I got for you today. Hell yeah. Go get it. Go get your life.